Welcome you all to Madison, Christine, MC, and a cup of coffee in the afternoon. Cheers. So, you're getting me a little bit sassy pants today. Feeling some serious grit, some humor around it. It's kind of like this comic tragedy lately, if you're all paying attention out there and in here. Are any of you dealing with some of these things? I'm just going to ramble some things out. Are you noticing that there's more and more apathy in the world? Are you noticing that when you call to get things taken care of, or maybe you're looking for a job and you put an application in, or you're calling a doctor's office and shit's not getting done? Like there's no follow through, there's no emotional connectivity, no compassion. It's as if there's this dehumanization happening. I only ask this because, one, I see it personally, and I am also experiencing almost everyone I talk to having these very thematic experiences, right? And I just want to address it. I think that one of the scariest things that we can watch with human psychology, kind of like the bystander effect, where there can be some tragedy right in front of us, and 99% of the people just keep walking by like nothing's happening. And I think that is so obviously dangerous, and we can get so locked up in our own little worlds, right? And then now we have a day of, in these days, we have the whole selfie, the me movement, essentially, social media, and all those things, right, when we get in charge, can be really awesome and powerful things. But when we're getting so sucked up into our own me worlds, we can really miss like the fire that's going on in the house across the street from us, if you get my drift. And I feel super fiery, speaking of fire, around being part of being, in a sense, an emotional 911 responder. And let's look at this. Those that are on the same page, same wave, you know what I'm talking about. You're also doing the same thing. And hopefully these videos, maybe that's who it's mostly just encouraging or validating, right? Here, support system, right? 911. And we are living in it. I can't tell you how many calls I've received this week. I am a holistic therapist. I worked in mental health for several years, in addictions, grief, loss, trauma, sexual trauma, all these things, right? Very deeply connected and passionate about all this. And suicidality. We've got suicide up like never before. That energy is real. We're all living in deep grief and loss right now. So much death, right? I know these are some repeat messages I have said, but I'm going to keep calling it out, right? The thought processes that people are getting are more like suicide focused, more focused on death, dying. Why? What's the point of being here? And those are really real questions when we're living in a world that is going to shit right now. And are there beautiful things happening? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, we are literally in this death life kind of experience right now, where it's also such a massive wake up, which to me is absolutely exhilaratingly exciting. Is it pretty in the process? Hell no. But it's up to us, you guys. It's up to us to stand up and say no more. Like, and this sounds so, I'm not talking about protesting and shit. I'm talking about that phone call where you have an opportunity to stand up for yourself. That phone call where you say no where you need to say no. Where we start getting out of this brainwash, shuffling around. This is my joke, kind of shuffling around Walmart, just in our pajamas, not knowing what the fuck is going on. We need to wake up and realize the value that each of us have to bring to the plate. And when we do that, the alarm systems go off. We start, bringing attention to what needs to be brought attention to. Because if we're walking around asleep right now, you're going to be taken down. There's no question. It's chaos. It's apathy. We need a lot more love to bring how we connect to Mother Earth, how we connect to our spirit, and how we connect to each other. This is not a me time anymore. It is definitely a time where we need to definitely self-care, deeply connected who we are, but we also desperately need to be connecting to those right people. You know, I know that I'm feeling drawn to finding some way into the public schools with kids or something part-time. Like, there's just this call, and everyone has their own, right? I'm not talking about everyone has to get off their rockers and like go out and be like these missionaries or something. But it's just how we connect to those that are close to us. How are we showing up is a really important thing to ask. And that's all I want to share today, you guys. A little bit of fire there and a ton of love. And I just wish you all an amazing weekend. Thank you for meeting with me. It's MadisonChristine.net. And I'll meet you all on the flip.